Good afternoon, and welcome on board the Sunset Safari this afternoon. My name is Steve. I'm joined over there by Gert, and we are out and about in Djuma Private Game Reserve on this relatively warm afternoon where it's very windy, but in celebration of Plant Appreciation Day. I suppose how better way to appreciate a plant than to quickly give a giant marula tree a hug. Don't forget, everybody, we are live and interactive. If you have any questions and comments, please do send them through. If you're on the app, please feel free to register. You can ask your comments and questions there. Otherwise, if you are watching on YouTube, please remember to subscribe so that we can keep you up to date. Now, if you are in a position to and you'd like to click on the link and donate, please do go to our website and do so. So, this afternoon, everybody, I'm going to be delving into the wonders of the plant world. And for the next 3 days, we're going to be looking at plants and appreciating them. Even though today is the day, we're going to break down some plants into some medicine. How does that sound? I think that sounds quite special. Now, some of you might recall in the past I've done a fair bit of breakdown of plant medicine. And today, we shall do so. Now, the wild basil, purple basil over here. Very, very fragrant. Very aromatic and a decent insect repellent if applied to the skin.
These young elephant, let me tell you the secret of an elephant. They're like us human beings. They don't want to abuse the young ones. They have same mentality of human being. It's such amazing. The issue that the young elephant doesn't mate is not reality. The young elephant, they can mate amongst the young elephant females. More elephant coming, look like. Listen for that. I can hear the other elephant responding in the area. It could be more elephant around in the area. There's reason all these females that are so stressed, you can see that, and also talking. I don't know what exactly is special with this male, why they all come to him and doing all of that. It seems like they want to push that female off. Maybe that female, she's not familiar with this head of elephant that's in the area, and they tried not for this male to mate, push the females as a competition of the female themselves. That can happen. Thank you so much. What we had this, a distress call here. It looks like it has more a grey deca or grey deca itself, or it could be something smaller, even a baby cute. I can't see it at the moment, but very, very exciting here to see lions suddenly running and able to make a kill. See, there are like here's a tug of war. You can see that they're grabbing on the kill. They're trying to share on the kill. Listen for the noise. It's beautiful. And I have an aspect behind my vehicle. Let me inquire. But the only pride that gets into the area is Ngati pride. Maurice confirm it's Ngati pride? Yeah, Maurice said it's Ngati pride because we had someone said yes this morning. He called another name. But for me to be honest, saying since I've been here, I haven't seen other plants that overlap into the area of the private land conservation.
So we are going to sit with our cheetah. It's a male. I'm not sure if it's Splinter, the same one as we had yesterday, but we're going to spend as much time with him as possible. But we're also going to link everything, because at the end of the day, everything is connected. If it wasn't for fungi, we wouldn't have trees. We wouldn't have any life on Earth. Without that fungal web, no tree would exist. And out the fungal web, no plant or anything would exist. So no animals would exist. So really, when you start to dig deeper, just like the roots of a tree, you actually start to understand how deeply connected everything really is. This is what happened yesterday as well. He slept all day yesterday. We know this for a fact, in the same spot. Clearly working with the shade. And then got active just as the sun was going down. Which is quite unusual. He doesn't look terribly full-bellied. He hasn't had anything today. We were with him earlier on and this afternoon. It's nice just to watch how he fits into his landscape. He's at one with it. Whether he knows the trees are talking or not, that's something else. But let's just sit and watch him as he watches his landscape for a moment or two.
They are pretty stationary, however, looking like they might be catching a couple of Z's, especially the ones over on the right. I always find it amusing when you see donkeys or horses sleeping and their bottom lip hangs down. That's how you tell that they are indeed fast asleep. I wonder if we could see on this one here if its bottom lip is hanging. Is it? It might be. Well, it seems like our wildebeest herd has gotten bigger. Maybe there were just some on over the other side of this little hill here, and they've joined this group to make a decent sized herd. They seem to be grazing. Some now have gone down to ruminate. Earlier there was only one, and it's the dominant bull, so quite happy that he's now got some females around. Good for him.
Oh, let's just turn that kettle down. What on earth am I doing? Well, welcome to a medicinal breakdown here in the African wilderness, where I've harvested the African weeping wattle. I've done so sustainably. I think it's always important, if you do harvest something, make sure there's abundance of it, and do so on a plant that I took from that an elephant had already done some damage to, and an impala had thrashed his horns to already cause some damage to the bark of the tree for insect damage. Okay, so sustainability is key. I've gone and harvested some leaves. You can see over there, they're nice and fresh. Probably could do with drying them for a few days beforehand. But here we have what we have, and we're doing what we do live in the wild. Then I've harvested some bark. I've chopped it up. I've got two types of bark. It really is pretty similar. I've just chopped one a little bit finer, which I'm going to use in an infusion, and some that's a bit less chopped. I'm going to make a decoction. Now, what is an infusion? What is a decoction? A decoction is when you boil something for 8 to 10 minutes to get all the plant parts out, and an infusion, just like tea, you just boil water, pour it over and let it infuse.
Enjoying the fruits of Steve's labor. So, as you explained, this is the
Infusion
and the decoction of the African weeping wattle. So here it goes. Infusion first. Am I supposed to be like Gordon Ramsay?
Have a sip. have a proper sip.
It was a proper sip, Steve.
Was it?
I think so. Yeah, that was a proper sip. It's not awful,
Bitter.
but it's bitter and tanniny. And this is the infusion, so that means it's less concentrated than the
But
decoction.
I put leaves in this one.
Okay.
So it's actually more bitter, that one, than the first one. The second one.
Okay.
She's brave. She's very, very brave. Not many presenters in the past have joined me in moments like this. James Henry did once, and then he fell over and pretended to die until I offered an enema, and then he ran away.
I definitely don't want an enema, so I'm gonna stay here and be a good girl and drink this. Izzy, I didn't catch your comment. I was too busy reeling. But I'll get it again. Off to the decoction. Oh,
Better.
this is better. So Izzy says, Mother always says that the worse it tastes, the better it is for you.
100%. Spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, right?
Yes, it does. This is much better, or much less bitter. It's still got a hint of it, but obviously the tannins are concentrated in the leaves.
And it's probably why animals don't eat these leaves. If you taste that bitterness, they avoid them altogether. Because it's just, as you taste it there, awful.
Not pleasant, no.
We start the show. These guys, they've made a grey decker kill. Continuously they're moving. We cross our finger. Maybe it could be buffalo kill. This time a buffalo is a big animal. We can able to see from the first of hunt up to the end of hunt. Oh, look at that. That's a mock charging. Play. Ah, amazing. These are adults. I don't know. They're so much excited. Find an adult female doing that. It's all about they are excited. But time and again, if you see an adult female tells swinging both sides up and down, so much excited, urinating and so forth. You know that particular female, she's very close to estrus. This is one of the carp, of course, that have a trouble with the spinal back cord, which it might be the dominant male lion that recently come into the area have caused the injuries.
Maribye is just being so silly. Such a silly cat. He's flat in the grass and he keeps pouncing at flies. We got in a nice position. He was in front of us, good distance, and then boom, he just sprung up and ran to this spot, where he then proceeded to pounce up, jump around, and now he's down in the grass again. The flies are just not giving them a break. Oh, that pesky tail too. Has a life of its own, doesn't it?
Well, we found a male leopard. Let's just drive down Philemon's Dip, back up again, and here we have, I don't know if it is Ngati, but it could be. There's a big male there, and he's actually walking past us. He's taking a little gap around us to come back to the road. That's the aerial. Apologies for that. And behind the car. Okay, I'm going to reposition. He's coming back to the road and we'll follow him up to the open area of quarantine.
But as I was saying, this is the magic of being out in the bush, is that you never know. It could be something small, it could be something big, it could be random things. It's just the best. And to close off this wonderful day, the first day of Flora Fest, drinking concoctions, spending time with leopards and elephants and lions, talking about mycelial networks with Lauren, so much, such beauty. and such a wonderful experience to share with all of you. Getting to close it off with a chameleon, for me, that's right at the top. So it's that time. Thank you all for your questions and your comments. It's always a pleasure to have you on board. We look forward to tomorrow. Hopefully we can get lucky with Shadulu and her cub. I did dream about them. But it's time to say goodbye. Bye for now, everyone.